relationships are not for life, which is what they used to be, right? We used to, back in the day, people would get married, and they would stay married for their entire adult life. Now we have choices, maybe we live together, maybe we live in different houses and we are in a relationship, maybe we're in same-sex relationships. Relationships look different today than they used to. And so, with that in mind, we have more choice now than we've ever had. So now if I feel dissatisfied or unhappy, or I want something more exciting, then I can get on a phone and on an app, and I can get on a dating site in 2 seconds flat, and the choices are endless for me. And so we now have a situation where people, if they don't want to stay, there's lots of other choices available to them, which wasn't the case in my parents' history, where there was no internet. You literally dated people in your local community, and if you separated, it was within your local community. And so, now we can date people all around the world if we want to. So things have changed quite dramatically. Now it is expected that people will have 3 long-term relationships instead of 1, and a long-term relationship is anything from about 5 to 10 years plus is a long-term relationship. So, when we look at that, it's not unusual then that people are leaving us because they're going to have, now research tells us, up to 3 long-term relationships. Also, what we know now is that people over the age of 50 are divorcing at much higher rates than other people. When the kids are grown up and all of the work is done and we've done all the things we promised we'd do, then we're like, okay, maybe I don't want to be here anymore. Maybe I want to have all the things that I didn't have while I was raising a family. So there's lots of reasons now why relationships are ending. The level of divorce is still the same, but we don't have really good statistics on people who aren't married, who live together, who cohabit. So those stats we don't really know. It's important when a relationship ends to try and just notice that this person left, they left, and try and just bring ourselves back to, I don't want to make up stories in my mind about whether they loved me or didn't love me, or whether we did the right thing or didn't do the right thing. What I want to do is be kind to myself, take care of myself, look after myself, start to heal from what is happening. It is really hard in those very, very early days when the grief is just engulfing and overwhelming, and there's no space in your mind or your heart for anything other than the grief that you are struggling through. The first 3 to 6 months are excruciatingly hard. If you're looking for support, please do come along to my YouTube channel. I have lots of playlists and videos that talk about very specific things, when long-term relationships end, if there's been an affair, how to get over divorce, how to sort of learn to love yourself. So there's lots of that stuff on my channel if you're interested in it. I also host a weekly live Q&A session on YouTube. You're more than welcome. If you hit the subscribe and notification buttons, then you'll be notified of when I'm coming to do a live, and you can ask me questions live on that call.